to direction. Okay, perfect. Since they're both red, they're both inbuilt functions. Now what we're going to do, keyboard up, so when we press up, direction plus equals 5. Okay, so it will add direction. That means you may not see it yet, but I'll show you later. So when we press down, direction minus equals 5. Okay. Now image angle, although you can type it, but it won't actually, it will say it will render it as a thing, registered function if you do not have Pro. But if you do, then you know, continue on. But still, even if you don't have Pro, just follow on, because you can learn a few things. And there's always alternatives to do rotations in light versions, which you can use. You can have like an actual rotating. You have about 36 or how many frames you want of rotation, and you just, you know, it's a way. I used to use it before I had Pro, so don't panic. Now, after we've done that, I dot direction image angle, alright. Make sure this all works. It cancel to 30, and if it's bigger than 0, take away 1, and 1 if it's equal to 0. Yeah. Now I'll delete this ground mask. I don't even know why I have it. Now this object, okay, we're gonna add, we want to add gravity because it's not realistic. So we'll put step event, gravity is equal to 1. You may think, yeah, gravity, and you can also set the gravity direction to 270. But as default, gravity direction is always 270 as a default. So you don't need to set it there. That means it will like pull it down by 1 pixel every second, I think. Yeah. And lastly, we're going to put grass. So SPR, which means grass. Now we want depth. This is basically, you know, the depth that things will be. It's like basically a layer. If you ever used Photoshop or Sony Vegas, or you know, programs that use depth, you know, it's the way things, you know, look like. Basically, it's like basically the order it appears. So if I put 10 here and castle is 5, since 10 is a greater number than 5, this will appear first, and then if I also put them together, the castle will appear on top. But since we want the grass to be first, always to be first, we'll put minus 1000, whatever. You can go up to as many numbers as you like, but when I use it, I just be reasonable and do it within about 1000 numbers or so. So yeah, if you don't get me, but just don't worry, just put it to something big. Now for the castle, make a depth of, just make it 5. Same as for the bad castle. For the bolt, make it minus 5 or minus 10, as long as it's in between the grass and the castle. The crossbow, make it minus 5, no, minus 10, because we do not want to see the bolt on top of the crossbow. And bad soldier, give it a depth of 10. because we want to see them coming outside of the castle. Remember, this bad soldier will only touch your castle and not the object